us. I
Well,
can't wait to see what you've done.
Come on in, and I'm glad to have you here.
And I know you're moving soon, so I feel like
yes.
this is the last time I'll get to see your beautiful home. Okay, so what I really, really love about your home, like I said earlier, it was built in 1943, so it's a very traditional, classic home. But you have like mixed it with, you've kept a lot of the traditional elements, like the original fireplace, and you've got traditional rugs, you got traditional furniture and beautiful antiques, but then you have mixed in modern art,
Yes.
which is very unexpected, but it just gives it such a dynamic and such a contrast against all the older pieces. So, like, for example, this is the statement piece when you walk in this room. Tell us about this.
It is, and this is not something I purchased. So, like, I'm drawn to modern art. So, a lot of the art in the house, I bought art before I bought a couch. I mean, it's what I love. I love art. I love rugs. But this was, I inherited this. My dear cousin Jim passed away in 2001, and he was an artist. He did not paint this piece, but he traded a mural for it. He was a muralist. So he traded a mural for this piece, and I remember when he did it. Okay. And I always loved it. Of course, it looked very, very different in his home, which was very dark and dramatic and lots of heavy velvet drapes, and it was fabulous in his house. But when he died, and I tried to help sell some of his things to help his mother out.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about the artist, so I couldn't sell this piece.
Gotcha.
And it literally leaned up against the wall. It's a diptych. It's in two.
Oh, it's in two pieces.
Okay,
I do see that now.
And
yeah.
it leaned up against the wall of my husband's office for the whole time that we lived on Park Drive.
Okay.
And so I hadn't, didn't know what I was going to do with it. And then when we bought this house, as we were trying to figure out what to do with this room, which was a little difficult to furnish, the designer who helped me said, "You really need a really big painting on this wall." And I'm like,
and you're like, I got it.
I got it. So I was pleasantly surprised at how different it looked in this room, because I didn't think I liked it after it being in my cousin's house, because it was so dark. But it really looks different in this room.
Yeah, and was that your catalyst for pulling the colors out into your upholstery and other?
Well, it started with the rug.
Okay.
I had the rug. The rug is like over 100 years old. So the rug was the very first thing that Craig and I purchased when we got married. Very first. So I started with the rug, and then we sort of worked from there. And it just happened to work. With everything that we had. Ashley Holt did these draperies for me for my house on Park Drive. Okay. And we redid them for this room, so it just kind of all came from that.
Okay, so now the dining room is right off the entrance hall, and is it square? Is it perfectly square?
It's
almost square. Yeah. So which allows you to put this huge, big oval dining room table in here, and then you've got your upholstered chairs. But and then I'm just noticing this medallion up here. I assume that's original to the house.
It is.
That's gorgeous.
It is.
Crystal chandelier.
The chandelier we added. I actually found it in Columbus from an old house in Columbus, but it was not original to the house.
And then you've got your two daughters' portraits here. They're just so cute. I mean, that expression on Mary Weston's face is just to die for.
She hates it. I think it's darling. And then Jake's is actually in the hallway.
Okay, I saw this in the hallway. Are these Columbus artists?
These two are by Chris Lofton.
Okay.
So I have them hanging here together because they're similar. And then Gary Pound did Jake's.
Okay, Gary Pound did Jake's.
Yes.
Okay. And then your curtains, were these in your other Overlook?
No, these were Arden Cheney did these for this room. Which I love the color of those.
And then your Oriental rug just to kind of ground the space, and I mean it's just
a very simple room. It's a very traditional space. I mean, you walk into the foyer, and you have the living room on the left, dining room on the right, the way houses used to be built. And we toyed with the idea of trying to turn one of these rooms into more of a den, and I just the traditional in me couldn't pull that off. And we use it. We use these rooms. Yeah. They don't sit empty. We eat in here a lot because we host big family dinners. As you know, my husband's a great cook, and then we sit in that living room every morning, in fact. So.
Well, which I can see, because I mean they're not rooms that are hidden off your traditional. Some some of these houses that are old, and they've added on to the back. So your older parts of the house are in the front where nobody ever goes to. Then they have like these giant places that have been added on. But you have just made use of, you've not added on and just made use of all these traditional rooms where they were and using them.
And there was certainly a way that we could have done that off the kitchen, and we thought about it, but we chose not to.
Okay, so this is the coolest part of this house to me. It's a screened-in porch, but you see the original column. So I take it this was originally open.
You know, I don't know. It's
when it was built, maybe.
Maybe it's been a screened-in porch as long as I've known this house. And we thought long and hard about glassing it in and turning this into a little bit larger den, and I could not bring myself to do it because it is so fabulous out here.
Oh, it really is. It really is. And we were talking earlier before, you had two separate seating areas, and then the ping pong table has come in and out a couple times, which is just the perfect spot, especially when you have a 18-year-old boy and his friends over here, a place to play. But what I love about it is you've got a view from you've got the backyard view, you've got the side yard view, and then the front yard, all sitting right here, right here while you sit and look at it. It's just fabulous.
It is, and in the spring, it's really fabulous because everything is blooming back here.
Because you've got oak leaf hydrangeas here. You got what else have you got blooming back here? You got some roses, I see.
Yeah, there's some roses. There's some of the bells of Ireland that kind of pop up everywhere. There's
azaleas. Are those azaleas?
These are azaleas, and there's azaleas all throughout the yard are azaleas, and so there's lots of color back here in the spring. And we put in these hollies, which have taken off. We did it for privacy when we put the gates in, and I mean those things have quadrupled in size in the last few years.
It is a barrier.
It is, but it's nice for privacy.
It sure is. It sure is. Which goes to show you don't have to, like with a yard, if you want barrier. I mean, if you want some privacy, you don't have to put up a ginormous wooden fence or chain link. You just the right plantings. That, for example, and just be patient, give a couple of years, and it gives the privacy, but with the green and the softness and nature.
The cars that park here too. You don't really see those from the street.
All right, the master bedroom is just to die for. I love.
Thank you.
I love your color palette. It's just soothing with a little bit of color, but it's not jarring. But I love how it's just your headboard matches your throw pillows here, and then just picking up on that color in your drapes, and then this. What do you think? Just like
it's a fridge day bed. And this is actually this is from 1825, 26.
Is it really
old? This, just like the painting that I told you about, I inherited this from my cousin Jim. And this
and I have match.
Yes, I have not recovered that. It has worked. Yes.
There you go. There you go. Like just with neutral pieces again that are kind of it can easily move from room to room. And so you've got your TV here and this beautiful armoire. Tell us about that.
Yes, this is a French piece as well, and it oh my gosh, it's got so much storage. I don't think I'm gonna have a place for that when we move either. But it's been with me a long time as well. It's one of the first things that Craig and I bought when we got married.
And where did you acquire it?
We got it. Oh gosh,
is it because it looks like a New Orleans kind of piece? Maybe?
But we found it on Miami Circle in Atlanta.
Did you really?
Yes. Yes. So it very well may have come from there, but we got it in Atlanta.
And then just the color of the walls is kind of like a gold butterscotch kind of color.
Yes, and I have to say, when we bought this house, I repainted every surface except this room. I love the color. I love the color of this room.
It just glows. Yes. Everything just glows off of it.
And it worked. It worked with everything I had.
And then you just added one kind of more modern, little updated pillow, picking up on the orange, so just to kind of bring it up a little bit. And then I'm noticing now that I'm moving around across from this day bed, this.
Yes, that's one of my favorite
fabulous
pieces. This is by an artist named Ruth Barrett. She owns Lansdale Galleries in Atlanta, and she happens to be a friend of mine. She has a great story. Her dad was a judge. Her parents made her go to law school. All she ever wanted to do was be an artist. And so she got her first job as a lawyer and decided to quit and do what she wanted to do. And
Good
now
for her.
she's a very successful artist. But I met her through the legal world.
Interesting.
Yes,
Okay.
Yes. And so I have several
Okay.
pieces. I have several pieces of hers.
Interesting. I mean, it really is just, it's beautiful. And it's framed right here between and within this day bed with your curtains. I mean, it's just the perfect spot.
I did buy that for this spot.
Oh, you did?
Yes,
okay.
I did.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Okay, so we were just talking a few minutes ago. So when we featured your house for Southern Views magazine in 2011, when we photographed this room, this was Jake's room, your
Correct.
youngest child, who is now 18.
He's now 18. So that would have made him, well, he was 8 probably.
Yeah, so 8.
He
So
was 8 years old, yes.
it was a boy's room
Yes.
with 2 twin
It
beds.
had 2 twin beds, and they were, in fact, I've saved the twin beds because they were so cool. They were metal beds that I found at the very first art and antique show that was put on here in Columbus.
that's right.
We had
Yeah,
that for so long.
mhm.
I bought them there, and it looked very different. But it's my older daughter now calls this her room. She doesn't really live here anymore, but this is her room now, and it has this bathroom was original to the house. It's the only one that really hasn't changed.
To me, this is the coolest room. It's right off the kitchen, right off your formal dining room, and it's just this cozy little breakfast room with this little sofa in this little nook here.
This is where we eat dinner every night.
Do you really?
We have a big group. We eat in the formal dining room. But as the kids were growing up and we had little kids, this would be the kids' table off the formal. So it's just we use this room, and like you were talking about earlier. A lot of people try to talk us into taking this wall out and making this all kitchen, but I love the coziness of it.
Well, and then I've noticed also too during COVID, people that had these open concept homes where they had maybe an older home and they had taken down walls and made these giant rooms. But with everybody coming back home and needing spaces to work and to get away, they were like, oh no, why did I take all the walls down? Or wanting these individual rooms. And then when you haven't taken the walls down, then it gives you great spaces to put up art or to put furniture against the wall.
Yes.
So and people like being in smaller, cozy spots. But you've got a banquette here to so people can sit here, look out. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4 chairs here plus this sofa here.
We can easily sit our family of 5 plus a boyfriend or a girlfriend who's visiting. So.
And I love your arrangement. Look how pretty for the fall. That's so pretty. And then these cabinets here, so for storage.
Yes, all
more storage.
Yes, and then they did these with glass fronts.
More storage here.
Yes. Lots of storage in this house.
Lots of storage. So that was what you were saying kind of off camera too. You're going to miss when you go out to the river. This house has so much storage, and you're going to miss even in the hallways.
Oh gosh, and upstairs under the attic storage. I have so much storage in this house.
And downstairs.
And I have none of the lake. No attic, no basement. All
right. So the kitchen we were just talking about earlier, you decided to keep it separated out a little bit. You got the kitchen here, and then you've got like a little entrance area here with the counter and the bar stools, and then that flows right into your little breakfast room. But you thought about, you're talking about when you first moved in, of opening up all of this space and adding on off the back.
Yes,
correct?
We actually had some plans drawn. I decided I liked this room too much. I didn't want to mess with that room. But we had plans drawn to actually go out this entranceway here. And we have a little porte-cochere here where we park our cars and actually kind of make all of that house, so kitchen, keeping room, and all of that. So that could easily be done. We just ultimately decided that we liked it the way it was, and we had plenty of space.
So when the previous owners were here, they're the ones that did like all the countertops and kind of reconfigured the existing space?
I don't know that they reconfigured the space. They just updated it. The only thing we really changed in here, the cabinets were white. And Allison Wickham, who's a friend of mine, she painted the cabinets.
So she did all the faux finishing?
She did all the faux finishing. Yeah, there's about 8 layers of paint on these cabinets. And then we changed the tile. It was black and white tile backsplash, and so we made it a little more natural looking.
So so just to kind of blend all in here.
Yes.
So then your husband Craig is I call him a gourmet chef. So
He is for sure. He's from Louisiana.
So chef's kitchen. So he's got his must-have. I bet this is.
Yes,
his baby right here.
Yes, it is. It is. And
So
he's got his double ovens.
Oh, and he's got his double ovens here. Okay, and big refrigerator and your coffee maker here. So.
Yeah,
And then he's got, and then he can go right up to the grill.
Yes, it functions very well. And yes, there's grilling space right outside, and so it works.
So upstairs, where we are now, was completely made into living space by the previous owners. It was just it was just attic.
My understanding is it was like artist loft space.
Okay.
And they made two full bedrooms, 2 full baths, and a pretty large seating area out there, like a playroom. And so this is my middle daughter's room.
So pretty. Yeah, I love her.
And
the just simple burlap.
yes, just
and then the 4-poster bed.
The bed we bought the bed to go in our old house and needed a place to put it, so it's kind of the only way we could get it in this room. But yeah, this is her room,
and then Kate Waddell back here.
Yes, Kate actually was Mary Weston's mentor for her senior project at Columbus High, and Kate tried to teach Mary Weston to paint. It did not go very well, but
and then Kate is moving back here to Columbus.
Yes.
So that's exciting.
But we bought this from Kate. That's one of my favorite paintings of Kate's.
So this is the room that right when you come up the stairs there's like a little behind me. There's a little day bed, but then it comes right into this seating room, which is like you were saying, boy space. So Jake and all his friends, they can either go downstairs, but they love up here too.
He loves up here, and he's, as you know, Jake's a huge LSU fan, as you can tell from the LSU painting and the LSU jersey, and he's very superstitious. LSU does not lose when he watches it from that couch.
Oh, is that okay?
So yes.
Okay.
So this is sort of his space. It was. As I was telling you, it was much cuter when it was girl space, but he's taken it over now, and it has served us well. We can sleep quite a few boys up in this space.
Yeah, you were saying at one time you've had his friends up here as many as 15.
I think that we have slept 15 boys upstairs,
and they've all had a
bed or a blow-up mattress, or a place to sleep.
Because this space just goes, on and on. It's the whole length of the house, right?
It's the whole length of the. If you look at the house from the street, it's the entire second floor. Yes.
Because you have back there another bedroom for one of your girls. Jake's room. It's Jake's room back there now. 2 bathrooms, and then this whole landing area. So
when the girls were both upstairs and Jake was downstairs, we used this was their like little desk area and all of that. So it's great space.
Yeah.
And there's a separate laundry room up here.
Okay.
Yes, I'm trying to teach Jake to do laundry. And then every door you see is storage. Under the eave storage.
Okay. So yes, therefore lots of storage that you're going to be missing. But it's a great little space.